What's up, guys? This is Jakob. I'm content manager and I'm helping small and medium enterprises with their content strategy. And welcome to a new LinkedIn Live session. Oh, we already have first comments. So Mehmet is here, greeting from Istanbul. Hi, Mehmet. How are you doing? Nice to have you here again. Thank you. So, all the best. Sunny weather from Hamburg. Today we have sunny weather to Istanbul. So, guys, if you are here, just let me know where you're from, what's your name, and where you're from. Hey, and Sophie is again here. Sophie is from Hawaii. That's really cool. I have my fan base already here. Good time. I hope you have good time. Yes. Cool that you're here. Really appreciate your time that you're here. That's cool. So today I want to speak about how not to spend too much time on this whole topic of content marketing, content area. So this is I'm preparing my content masterclass. So I'm going to introduce Hawaii. I know, Sophie. You're from Hawaii. You are the reason why my website is tracked by people from Hawaii. So there's always this. You can track your the IP address of the people who are visiting your website, and I'm checking the analytics, and then Hawaii is increasing. So I don't know the numbers. There were many people who visited my website from Hawaii, and I have thought, yeah, that's because Sophie is sharing my website to all people she's meeting. Yeah, she's writing yes. So therefore, I really appreciate your time and your effort. Really, thank you. It is honoring me. Cool. Dilek is also here. Hi, Dilek. Dilek is also from Germany. Cool. That's awesome that you guys here. Hi, Jakob. Hi, Dilek. Nice to see you again. So today I'm prepared, like I said, this content masterclass. So I'm going to Honolulu. Okay, that's something that I didn't know, that you're from Honolulu. That's cool. There's also a city called Kamehameha in Hawaii, right? Kamehameha. I learned this from how's this series in Netflix called? I forgot the name. Terrace House. Yeah, Terrace House. There was a season of Terrace House in Hawaii, and on one weekend they visited, I think, the beach on Kamehameha, and I thought, how cool is that? Because Kamehameha is also technique on she's right. It's a technique on Dragon Ball, one of my favorite mangas that I read. Yeah. So there's the Japanese people. I think they're quite Japanese on Hawaii, I think. So this is not my expertise, but yeah. Anyway, thank you here. So like I said before, I'm preparing this content masterclass where I'm going to support a limited number of entrepreneurs and business owners who I help to create content that is helping them to grow the business, basically, to earn more revenue and gain more customer. That's basically what I'm going to teach. And I had this short survey, and if you're interested, she's writing no Japanese now. Yeah, because of the pandemic, I guess. Yes. So I had this short survey where I had a couple of questions, and one was, what is your fear when it comes to content? So, or what is a roadblock when it comes to content creation, doing content? What is the fear that you have? And one answer was that I do spend too much time on it and have no return. So it's just time consuming, but I don't get anything back. So therefore, I wanted to speak a little bit about this roadblock, I think, because content should enable you to grow. This should be ultimately what the content is all about. And maybe in the last couple of years, we forgot it a little bit. And many people are creating content because they just feel that is now trendy, like being on Clubhouse or something. So it should be not the aim to create content because you want to create content. It should be your aim to create content because you want to grow as a business owner, because you want more customer. That should be your aim. Okay? So otherwise, you don't have to spend the time and the effort for it. Okay? Because I have these discussions when people ask about my prices, and they say, well, that's not really our price range. And I think, well, okay, then don't do it anyway. Okay, because either you do it and do it in the right way and grow from the content that you produce, or you just do a little bit thing and nothing happens. So I will always focus on the big thing, creating greater results. Okay, and otherwise you don't have to do it at all. So I want to speak about a couple of things. And by the way, if you have questions, please feel free to write it in the comment section, or you can also come into the show if you want. I'm just posting the link into the chat so that you find it. So there's a chat below. There's a link below this video, and when you follow, you can come also into the show. So the first thing is that you have to define your aim. So what is the aim that you want to achieve through the content? So is it more customer, or do you want more booked slots for your coaching business? What is it that you want to achieve? And many people don't think about this. So they just randomly create stuff and then post it and nothing happens. That's basically what happens. So for example, in my case, I want to interact with people through these live sessions. I'm following up the people that that like my things. I'm commenting them, I'm tagging them, liking their stuff in order to get in a conversation with them. That's my main point. So, and sometimes I also send booking my Calendly link so that people can also book a call. And from these, I also create sales. So people buy my services or my products from these. Not always, but oftentimes. And this is one strategy that you can implement, that you create some free content. So like a live session. I recommend live sessions because there you can train your video skills and create also video content. And then from that, you follow up with the people and then you sell them something, your service and your product. That's basically how one strategy can work for you, especially very good for coaches and consultants, because we're mainly teaching our knowledge, our intellectual property, IP. Yes. So what is your aim? What do you want to achieve with the content that you produce? Do you want more sales? Do you want to create new business opportunities? Or do you want to connect with other people? I mean, you can use content in many different ways. And that's the cool thing about content. And therefore, I'm in this business because I like this. So I have one friend from the US, Pablo Gonzalez. He's an awesome guy who interviewed me also in his podcast, and he uses content to network with people because you can give them marketing material and they instantly like and trust you because you help them to be more visible on video. So you have to define yourself. So what is your aim? What is your goal? If you have your goal, just write it down. You can share it with me and I can give you feedback if this is going to work or not. Just write it in the comment section and I can give feedback. So this is number one, your goal. What is your aim that you want to achieve? Your goal based on content. The second thing is that you need block time. You need block time where you just produce content. Okay? And this should be minimum 1 hour a week. 1 hour a week should be the absolute minimum. If you say, well, Jakob, I don't have this 1 hour per week, then forget the whole content thing and do your stuff, but don't focus on content. Then you're not ready to do this. Otherwise, if people come to me and I ask them, okay, do you have 1 hour a week to produce content? And if they say no, I say, okay, we are not a good fit. Sorry. This will not work out. This will be very painful if we start this, especially for me. It will be very painful because if you can't take 1 hour a week, then you're not ready for this game, for this modern game of content. But basically, when you say, I don't have 1 hour per week for creating content, you're basically saying, I don't have the time to grow my business. That's basically what you're saying. Because if you don't take this 1 hour, you're not growing with your reach, with your network, with the business partners, and you're not growing at all. Okay, that's basically what you say when you say, I don't have 1 hour a week. So you have to identify for yourself, when is this hour of power, what I call it. What is this hour of power on your weekdays? When is it? Is it Monday between 10 and 12? Or when is it? So basically what I do is I do different kind of content things. So I have this live, for example. Basically, always when my son is either on his grandmother or in the kindergarten, I go live between 10 and 12, so 4 times a week, so for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like this. But I also have the podcast, so where I have 1 hour interview, 1 hour interview on Zoom also. This is what I also produce. That depends always on my guests. So when does he or she has time slots, free time slots? That's basically not always only my thing, but also we have to arrange a time slot. This 1 hour podcast is also the baseline for example, blog article, for social media postings, for video snippets. So I'm creating a bunch of things based on this 1 hour interview. Yeah. I hope this makes sense. I am also using these live sessions for my podcasts. So I'm recycling them. So I'm switching, changing everything and reusing them. But everything starts with this 1 hour that you have to identify for yourself. When is it going to be? Friday at 12 or at 1 p.m.? When is it? You have to define it for yourself. And also stick to it. And you have to execute it. If you don't execute, then it was waste of time. Don't do this, okay? Don't be just a talker. Just implement the stuff that you are also sticking to. That's important. So that's the second thing. So create your blog time where you just focus on content production, for example, once a week for 1 hour. And the third thing is creating video. I'm saying this again and again and again, and I'm going to say this also in a couple of weeks again, creating more video. And the easiest way to do this is through Zoom or durch live streaming like this. If you have a live stream provider, use it. Use Facebook Live if you have Facebook. Just start where you are at the moment and start creating content on a weekly basis, so that it would be awesome if you go live once a week for half an hour or 1 hour, if you can do this. Yeah. At the beginning, maybe 15 minutes is enough, and then you will increase the time that you spend being live. But it's important that you start. That's the important thing. And video is just great because people are directly connecting with you. I got so many people who say to me, yeah, you're so warm on camera, and yeah, that was a direct connection, and really appreciate these things. But it came not from, I am not, so to say, gifted with video skills. It's not like that I'm born and I was good on video. No, it was training. I trained myself. I trained to be good on camera. I made really bad videos. You can go back to my YouTube channel and look at the oldest videos. They were terrible. Really, they were. I promise. You can check it. And this is normal at the beginning because, it's a new skill and you don't feel comfortable because nobody is in front of you, and you have to train yourself to be good. And I also worked for a TV station back back in, when was it, 2009. I worked on a TV station, and I knew from that point on I have to be good on in front of the camera. That was something that I learned. So I was back on the camera, so I interviewed, I made the questions, I edited things. I created commercials for this TV station in my local hometown. And from then on, I had several trainings. So I trained in front of the camera. I trained with my own camera, with my smartphone, and things like that. So I challenged myself. So I'm going to create every day one video, even if it's only 5 minutes long. And from there, I mean, the practice makes you better, and you're becoming more comfortable in front of the camera. For example, going live for half a year ago was not that my thing. So I was not convinced. Why should I go live? I don't know. I don't want to go live. I don't like this idea and things like that. And now I'm used to it. I'm using it since January. I can't remember. I already generated sales from it. I generated new customer for my business, and this is also something that is going to happen to you, because you automatically from the practice become more authentic. And if you're authentic, the right people are coming into your life. Okay, focus on this part. That's very important. So these are my 3 lessons that I want to share, how not to spend too much time on content creation. So if you start with 1 hour a week, this is a great way to start. And if you say, okay, I'm committed that I'm going to produce once a week 1 video or 2 videos, each 30 minutes on LinkedIn Live or Facebook Live. On Friday, it's my time at 1 p.m. I have this block. I'm creating between 1 and 2 o'clock. I'm creating content, video content. If you can say this, it was worth watching, my friends. Okay? So, are there any questions? Okay, so far not. Maybe I share something with you guys. So I'm going to share my screen, just a second. So okay, this is a survey that I created. So my masterclass is called Content Mentorship, where I help you for 3 months. I'm going to support you with all these topics of content marketing. And I'm at the moment, I'm in the pre-marketing phase, where I just brainstorm and ask people what are their main pain points. So if you have the chance to fill out the questions, that will help me a lot. So I'm going through the questions. So do you want to learn how to create content that brings you new clients? Yes or no? Just click it. Have you already started creating content yourself? So this means video content or blog article or social media. I mean, content is a very broad topic. So what is your number one goal when it comes to content creation? So what do you want to learn when it comes to content? So this gives me an idea what topics I should choose when it comes to this masterclass. So do you want new customer, or do you want to brand, or do you want traditional media following? What is it that you want to learn from it? What is the number one roadblock that stands in your way of this goal? Why haven't you started? What is your obstacle? So there basically I'm checking, so what is a pain point for you? So what is an obstacle that I have to tackle in order that you succeed with this whole thing, content? Okay, I'm just checking if you're still here. Okay, you're still here. That's cool. No questions so far. So if you have questions, just let me know. What is the number one thing that you want to learn regarding to content creation? So what is it that you want to learn? Do you want to learn how to write? We had one writing session, so how to create a blog article. That's something that I covered. But just want to more details. So what is the thing that is important for you? What is the number one fear you want to avoid at all costs? So yeah, I had some interesting answers so far. Somebody wrote, that it was a time waste, basically. So that I created all these things, all this video and blog and things like that, and it was just time waste. I mean, how could be creating a video a time waste? I mean, you're doing this for your community. You're sharing your knowledge, and even if you only, I mean, the numbers are not important. Even if only 5 people watch it and write things like, "Hey, that was awesome," it was worth doing it, in my opinion. Okay, so what is it that you fear and that you want to avoid at all costs? Just let me know. Name 3 additional things that you want to learn. So, yeah, is there something that I'm missing? Maybe you're not so much focused on content, but more on maybe PR or how to create Facebook advertisement, something like that, or Google ads. I don't know. So, what are the things that you additionally want to learn? And yeah, this is also optional. So I'm creating this coach that I spoke about, content masterclass. And if you want more information, just let me know your email address, but you don't have to do this. So the other questions are required, but this is just if you want. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to share this also with you guys. So if you would be cool if you can also answer the questions. That would be very helpful for me. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to teach. Are there any questions from your side? So far not. So I posted this form under this video. I'm also posting this on the video on the live stream so that you really find it. So that's it basically. Okay. I'm just checking if there are more questions. So far not. Okay, that's fine for today. I would really appreciate if you have the chance to fill out the form so I can create something that is really individual for your personal needs. So that's basically what I wanted to share today. So how not to spend too much time on content. So first of all, create your aim, create your goal. So make sure that you really know what you want to achieve. The second thing is creating blocks of time for your content production so that you know, okay, once a week for 1 hour, that's my time slot where I just produce content. And the third thing is, okay, I have to focus on video because I'm establishing my personal branding and also creating a following and training my video skills. So please just bring people to Hawaii. I would love to come with my family to Hawaii, really. I mean, when this whole pandemic thing is over, Hawaii would be cool. So after we watched Terrace House Hawaii season, yeah, we said, well, Hawaii looks awesome. Nice weather, good food, healthy food. Yeah, it would be great. Really. Anyway, so I posted this link. So it would be great if you can fill it out and answer a couple of questions. It's just a 5-minute survey. So yes, Sophia's writing welcome. You're welcome for your invitation. Thank you. That's it for today. Thank you very much and see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye. If you have any questions, type it under this video. I will answer the questions in the next videos. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.